And Al, you helped lead the charge in the first half to tie the most threes in a half for this franchise this season. It dried up a little bit in the third. How do you get that going again?
No, we have to start turning the ball over. A lot of turnovers. I had a couple there, and just in general, we have to do a better job with that and stop fouling so much. If we stop fouling, we'll give ourselves a chance.
You got the late call up for the start after Draymond was a late scratch, and with that comes the assignment of Nikola Jokic. Early on, it was the assist. Now he's getting the scoring going. What are you watching as this game goes down the stretch?
Yeah, we have to make sure that he doesn't get anything easy. You know, if he's taking some tough contested ones, we'll live with those. But we just have to make sure we make it tough for him. He's probably the best player in our game right now.
And then maybe your son will get a birthday present, a Warriors win. So happy birthday to Ion. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Guys, back to you.
17 points for Horford, all in the first half. You mentioned Jokic, Malika. He's on the bench to start the fourth. Denver up 6. Minute gone by here in the final frame. Pajemski in the lane. It drops. He had missed his last 9 shots.
Golden State for what, the last 5 or 6 years, right? It's been a problem for Steve Kerr. He's talked about it, you know, being able to guard with discipline, not putting your opponent at the free throw line. You think about the great Spurs team, they were always amongst the best defensive teams and didn't foul.
10 third quarter fouls committed by Golden State. 5 turnovers, which led to 9 Denver points. Cam Johnson's 3 not even close. Denver just 6 of 23 from deep. 15 made threes by the Warriors. They have missed 14 in a row, though, from behind the arc going back to the second quarter. They had a 14-point lead at one point. They're trying to end a 2-game losing streak. Denver trying to stay in the 3 spot in the West. Hardaway's 3 is a brick. Nobody can put it in the basket here to start the fourth, at least from deep. Pajemski keeps it. Johnson on his hip. Payton, he'll put up a 3 and get it. First one of the half for the Warriors.
I just love his spirit. Truly, like, he is such a good team guy, and that's a big-time, timely bucket from GP2.
8 straight points for the Warriors to tie it back up again. Valanciunas on the face-up, gets past post, attacks, and goes around the rim for the slam.
Look at the crowd to ooh and ah. I think a little taken aback that a guy that size would reverse dunk it.
Former top 5 pick by the Raptors. Another Warriors turnover. Brown goes at post and banks it home. And Steve Kerr calls a quick. Nuggets lead by 4. They're playing without Aaron Gordon again tonight. The 12th straight game he's missed. Peyton Watson out as well. Moody connects on a 3.
That's important, right? Your X5, your center, is on Gary Payton. Because, right, he's the least likely to take a 3. So if you're Gary Payton, do you go stretch to 3? No, you go set a great screen.
Santos, or excuse me, a post fell down, and the Denver bench thought it was a flop. Did look like there was accidental contact by Valanciunas upstairs. Richard fires underneath to Moody, who had it knocked away and stolen by Cam Johnson. Denver by 1, 8.5 to go. Denver keeping Murray and Jokic on the bench for now. Jokic has played 30 minutes, Murray at 27. Brown will take a straight on 3. It's off the back iron.
Yeah, they're using post to guard Bruce Brown. And it's just saying, all right, Bruce, go ahead. You've got the 3. Take it.
Denver 6 for 25 from 3. They've made 11 fewer threes, but they get turnovers. Brown with the easy 2.
There he is. Live activity, anticipation, making plays, making things happen.
16 turnovers now. 10 in the second half and 3 this quarter by Golden State. Shot clock inside of 10. Pajemski in traffic. Richard knew Valanciunas was coming, had to float it up. He missed it. Cam Johnson took a shot to the face. Denver ball up 3. Murray and Jokic will check in at the next dead ball. Brown feeds Valanciunas, and he scores in the lane.
Good finish.
Santos and Horford, again, just 9 healthy available players for the Warriors. Trying to stay within striking distance, trailing by 5 near the 7-minute mark here in the fourth. Working the perimeter, Payton catch and shoot, got a 3.
Again, very judicious. Got to be wide open, got to be set. He takes the right threes, Gary Payton, and then goes around and does everything else he should do.
Golden State's made 3 out of its last 4 from 3 after missing 13 straight. Shot clock at 5. Feeding the post. Valanciunas working on post. The sweeping hook is no good. Podziemski clears. Here's Payton, who's got 15 points off the bench. Payton's going to get a good look again. This time the 3 is off target. Shot clock inside of 10 for the Nuggets. Brown going baseline, one-hander. Richards got it, 2 on 3. Golden State will wait. Now hits the trailing Moody, who drives, gets past Hardaway, and ties the game at 109. Timeout, Denver. And Jokic back out there. Denver 4 for 12 with Jokic on the bench. He misses a 3. He had made his first 2, and the Warriors can retake the lead. Podziemski puts up the 3. It's good.
You have missed so many, and then you just got to keep confident. And now a turnover, missed shot and turnover by Jokic.
The Warriors have made 4 of their last 6 threes after going 0 for 13. They were 15 of 28 in the first half. Shot clock down to 6. Podziemski bounce to Santos. He'll put it on the deck. Leans in, kicks it out. Podziemski with 1. Poison hits. The ultimate teardrop. That thing was in the air forever.
Wow, just keep moving, keep working the possession. Almost another turn.
State and Podziemski's 3 for 3 this quarter. Moody picks up the foul, his 3rd, and a knock away by Melton. The steal and the finish. Another Denver timeout as the Warriors are rolling right now.
Possessions with missed easy shots. Like, this has been at issue for Denver.
And to your point, you said this a couple times during the telecast, you've got a culture here in Golden State. They're going to fight regardless of who's out there. Only 9 available bodies. They force another turnover. They've scored the last 12 points in the game. Horford. A 3. His 6th three-pointer. First points of the half for Horford. A 15-0 run by the home team. They double Murray. Has it stripped. Another turnover. Podziemski. Melton. Way off the mark on the 3. Jokic the long rebound and outlet. Murray down floor. Gets the layup.
A big, big bucket. You needed to stop the bleeding right there. One of those key Jokic end-to-end passes. But you got to find a way to make stops here.
Jokic now with 20 rebounds, 12 assists, and 32 points. Melton around the screen. He's got Jokic on him now with a shot clock down to 6. Melton off the bounce. Rainbow 3. No. Podziemski with the putback. One of the best rebounding guards in the league, and it's on display right there.
Couple white jerseys standing and ball watching the shot. Podziemski goes right to it.
He's got 13 boards. Murray underneath to Brown. Blew the layup. The tip won't go either. 3 minutes to go. Golden State ball in a 10-point lead. Can the Warriors hang on?
This is the kind of game in the standings that you look back and could be absolutely massive.
And Denver would fall below Houston and the Lakers in the loss column to 5th if they lose this game. Podziemski got another one. Curry, no Butler, no Draymond Green, no Porzingis, and they're rolling on a 20-2 run. Jokic, though, drops in a 3.
Now you push up and pressure. You're going to try to make some things happen. How about Brandon Podziemski's 4th quarter? Because it felt like a struggle prior to that. He's got 13 of his 16 here in the fourth. Incredible.
One-on-one against Johnson with a shot clock at 5. Pajemski scores again on the baseline with an incredibly difficult angle. He's 6 of 6 now from the floor in the quarter. He was 1 for 9 in the game at one point. Johnson has it, swatted by Horford. Kept alive though. Brown drives and kicks. They need it, they get it. A 3 from Jamal Murray to make it a 9-point game.
Boy, it feels like Denver's a little bit stunned about what's happened here.
I mean, Brandon Pajemski is now 1 assist shy of a triple-double. He's been that good in the second half. Foul called here.